Okay. Okay. Yeah, we are live. All right, everyone. Welcome to episode 723 of Black Brain Trust. This is Black Car Talk. Haven't done one of these in a while. I got Jamal with Kata Auto joining me for this one. We'll also be dropping the link. Brothers can join the chat. We're gonna chop it about whips, man. We haven't done this in a while. I'm not sure if Jamal, you there? He is not there. I don't think he's muted. He might not just be there for at the moment. Okay, so he'll come on in. Uh, he'll come on in when he gets there. But welcome everyone. Here, let me do this. Can you guys press if the sound and I totally spelled press wrong. Okay. There you go. 006 if you guys if the sound and everything's okay. So we are gonna just talk whips, man. We're gonna talk some hypercar. We're gonna talk some WRC. These new hybrid rally cars are insane. All right, Craig, the tech guy, what's going on, brother? Welcome. I got a 006 in the house. All right. So, yeah, we're gonna talk these insane hybrid rally cars, right? These things are doing like crazy mid 80s Group 5 or Group B type speeds, but people aren't dying like they were back in the mid 80s off these cars, right? Because the handling and the chassis development, there's a whole bunch of other developments that have gone into play here to make these cars go insanely fast, dude. Like these new rally cars are stupidly fast. Let's see what else we have on the itinerary. We also have some micromobility stuff we're going to cover. I was going to do a sim demo. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't know. Last time I did it, I had some issues with the streaming thing in StreamYard, and I don't know. We might try it. We might try it. But let me do this first. Jamal, are you there? Okay, he's still away. All right. So let me do this. I'm gonna screen share. All right. So the Porsche 963 LMDH is ready for racing and Le Mans. Now they ran Le Mans here just a few weeks ago. Porsche wasn't there. They revealed the car at Goodwood for 2023 coming up, right? So they are the biggest outside of Toyota, who's already running their hypercar. Then you have Glickenhaus, who is a private manufacturer, and then you have Alpine, who is running an LMP2 variant. They're allowing them to run that car in hypercar, but supposedly they're going to be doing their own thing. But for right now, the only two legit hypercars is Toyota, Gazoo Racing, and Glickenhaus. And now officially it's Porsche. Now it's going to be LMDH, which makes it basically so for the American variant of the European series, right? So in just the first half of 2022, Team Penske and the Porsche 963 LMDH have already logged more miles than the furthest distance that has been ever recorded in a single 24 hours of Le Mans endurance race. With that much time already in its logbook, Porsche finally decided its racing livery was ready to be revealed to the world. In 2023, the Porsche Penske Motorsport 963 LMDH will take the top echelon of endurance racing around the world, with IMSA here in the US and FIA World Endurance championship overseas. So that's what I was saying. So the LMDH, because they're called LMH, Le Mans Hypercar over in Europe. LMDH, it has a designation for the IMSA series, right? So LMDH means that the car is capable of running both domestically here and overseas. That schedule also includes the 24 Hours of Le Mans, where Porsche's last overall win occurred 5 years ago. I believe that was in the 919 hybrid. That was a LMP1 car. That's not all. As Porsche closed the announcement with the news, it will also offer a customer race car program to go along with the Works Efforts car. Now, from what I understand, these cars are supposed to cost, uh, where was it, in the neighborhood of, what was it? Was it 1.5 mil? I want to say it was like 1.5 mil for these cars. So yeah, if you've got 1.5 mil to spare, and then like a whole team to fund and operate, get your Porsche 963. At the 2022 Goodwood Festival of Speed, Porsche and Penske unveiled the 963 LMDH in its full racing livery, which is done in the traditional Porsche factory racing colors of white, red, and black. At the same time, Porsche also announced the driver lineup for IMSA and WEC, with Porsche factory-backed drivers joining two accomplished sports car racers from California and Brazil. I so wish I was the dude from California. Okay, but it's not me. The drivers will take the 680 horsepower hybrid race cars out in their first competitive laps in the 2023 Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona in January. There, under the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Series banner, the 963 will compete in the newly formed GTP. Oh, they're bringing back the GTP class. I don't know if you guys, if you were kind of like a racing geek like me in like the late 80s and early 90s, man, that GTP class, that's when you had like the Nissan GTP, and then you had like the Toyota. Man, those I want to say it was a Mazda too. There's some badass cars that ran me. Recalling the early glory days of prototype racing in North America. See, just told you. The last time a Porsche raced in GTP class was with the 962 in 1993, when it was outclassed by Nissan and Mazda. Look at that thing. Ooh, that is a beaut. Now, from what I understand, this is running the the running gear is the 918 hybrid running gear. I'm not sure. Let me see. From what I hear, much like those GTP cars, however, the LMDH machines are state of the art for their era. Instead of a 3.0 flat sixes making 695 horsepower, these new Porsches will make 680 horsepower from a 4.6 twin turbo V8 base upon the LMP2 class. That's what it was, the RS Spider. That one. The 918, that's what I thought it was, the RS Spider. That competed successfully in IMSA, also in association with Penske Racing and abroad in 2015 to 2010. They're gonna get to it, but this power plant is gonna be mated to this crazy ass hybrid system. While the 963 takes some design cues from the 956 and the 962, the car's rear is inspired by the 992 generation 911. A lot of numbers, I get it, I know. The chassis is manufactured by Multimatic, while Bosch, Williams Advanced Engineering, and Extract makes transmissions. They make the transmission. Will provide the other elements, including the hybrid power components. This is what I was talking about. So basically what they did was they pulled this motor out of this car, and then I believe it's Bosch who creates the hybrid system. Williams creates the battery, right? And Extract creates the transmission. Okay, that's how that works. That's all the running gear. For the IMSA side, these parts will come together at Penske Motorsports in Morrisville, North Carolina, while FIA WEC cars will be handled in Mannheim, Germany branch of Penske Motorsport. Wow, that is a beaut. So you can see where they were talking about where the previous the 919, the light bars ran up. They still have the light bars right here, but they ran right? Like this right here, right? But this right here, this is kind of like the 962. If you go and look at that, the rear, I can see what they're talking about. Top of the factory backed effort with Team Penske and in tradition with the 956, 962, and other Porsche race cars, the 963 will also be offered to customer teams. Porsche didn't offer up a cost to these privateer models, but said it will announce a program in the next few days. Yeah, they're waiting for a bunch of rich Saudis to put some money down. That's exciting to think about, as there are so far no privateer effort LMDH programs. Like I said, if you guys got a few $1,000,000 to just throw around, I would say let's get one cracking. The cars competing in LMDH are 100% OEM efforts, which is important to the health of the class, but the inclusion of privateers is always good for endurance racing, which, with Porsche offering a potentially competitive 963 for private teams to purchase and run, is a great step for endurance racing and fans. The more cars that can compete, the more exciting the class will become. Let's check out the photos of this beaut. Yo, Jamal, you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, bro?
It's going pretty good, man. I had my audio linked to like a whole nother system, so I was like, "Why is he not talking?" I'm seeing him move around, but I can't hear him talk.
Yeah, so I just covered the article on this 963 here, man.
Yeah, I was reading it in silence.
Yeah. What do you think about this, dude? What? Okay, have you been following the hypercar? I mean, there's not much to it, dude, because the only you have Glickenhaus, which they're not necessarily a factory team,
Mhm.
because see, they don't run any hybrid setups, so they're running the Multimatic chassis, but they're running a turbo V8,
Yeah.
right? So they're running like kind of like a basic sort of setup. It's just a high output setup, right?
Mhm.
But these things with electric motors and shit like that are torque monsters, so the Glicks don't really have much for these, right? We saw it at the Le Mans race here just a couple weeks ago. Um, Dude, the Alpines, which are running LMP2 setups with hybrid kits,
Mhm.
and the Toyota hypercars, I don't want to say they were walking them. They really
Yeah.
did kind of give the Glicks like a BOP, a balanced performance advantage.
Mhm.
But with all that, dude, they just didn't have nothing for
Yeah.
them. You know,
The this one is. I think this is a supercharged motor on this one, right?
Mm-mm.
I thought it was
Twin turbo, flat V8,
okay.
4.3 liter, with a hybrid, with the Bosch hybrid kit.
Bosch hybrid kit.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember when I researched it, I was actually on the Porsche website,
hmm
and on the specs, it was talking about it was a double supercharged V8 combustible motor.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, so it's a twin turbo V8,
Okay.
4.3 liter, and then it has the hybrid kit on it.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Glicks don't run a hybrid kit.
Bet.
Yeah, the Toyotas do.
So this one is looking to compete
And
this year
hypercar.
and
No,
okay,
next year.
next year.
They unveiled it at Goodwood. Was it
Yeah,
last weekend?
yeah, I saw it.
Yep, that's where
It's
they unveiled it.
it sounds halfway good, halfway silent.
It's a whole different ballgame. Look at that light bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the hypercars. I think the LMP1 cars,
Mhm.
because these things they're gonna be about, okay, they're, what is it? They're like 2 to 3 seconds off the pace of the LMP1 cars that they're replacing,
Yeah.
right? But the whole design here is to get the cost back down, because they're taking the hybrid system from the LMP ones and then putting it into sort of like a standardized chassis.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pull up the Cadillac hypercar here in a second. They're all running. You'll notice the profile of them on them is very similar,
Mhm.
because they're all running that Multimatic chassis.
Yeah.
Because what they do is they design the chassis around the hybrid kit, right?
Okay.
They design it around the hybrid kit and the extract transmission. Okay. Then
Yeah,
they say design the aero around that and put your own motor in it.
Okay.
So you'll notice that like a lot of the hypercars with the Toyota, they all have this very similar profile in a lot of ways. But then you have like with this right here, you have like the design cues that make it like the Porsche, right? Like the 962, the way the rear lights kind of wrap around the whole back of the car.
Yeah, because most of the Porsches that are coming now off the production line are running
Yeah,
that whole wraparound. Like I
right.
believe the 993 Turbo.
Now I'm not really sure where they got this from. This doesn't really kind of scream Porsche to me right here.
It's the
Does it?
Taycan. The Taycan a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Taycan a
Is
little
that
bit.
what that is? That what is that what that's giving off?
Yeah, it's giving me a Taycan feel
Okay.
because it's so blunt. Like the inside of the headlights, how it just
Mhm.
drops off so bluntly. The Taycan's the same way.
Okay. I was kind of trying to follow where they were getting the front. The rear end obviously is 962 all day, right?
Yeah.
The front end I was really trying to kind of understand where they were going with it. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Porsche hypercar. And here, let's do this. Let's let's pull up the Cadillac. So just to give you like a comparison, 'cause I saw the Cadillac. They came out with the Cadillac hypercar. They announced it right before Le Mans.
Hmm.
Here we go. Yeah, the GTP hypercar. Here, let's pull it up. If the search, I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, let's try this one over here. Here we go. All right, hold on. So this is the Cadillac hypercar. So it's going to be powered by a 5.5 liter dual overhead cam V8,
Okay.
similar to the Glickenhaus,
Hmm.
right? So the Cadillac will be a lot like the Glick, where it just runs a turbocharged like 5 liter. Now look at the rear lights on this shit.
Mm.
This is one thing that I do like. Now you notice what I was telling you about the profile,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
Like
that's cold, man.
yeah, this that caddy looks crazy.
Yeah, that's
Now see
cold.
the front does get see the front and rear gives off Cadillac to me.
Yeah, it's the wheelbase seems a little long though.
It's but it's that same Multimatic chassis. Whoa, let's see here. Let me just see. It's running LMDH. Let's see here. Are they running Multimatic? Let me see this. Okay. Oh, so they are going to pair with the hybrid. Okay. Wow. They're going to run a 5.5 liter dual overcam V8. Let's see. Then it's paired with the common hybrid. Is it turbo? No, they're just going to run a big ballsy V8 paired to a hybrid. Is that what they're doing?
Mm.
No turbos?
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
Hmm.
they're probably going for reliability if they're rocking that route.
I mean, yeah, if you have less stress, right, from turbos on the motor, then yeah, the motor's going to be more reliable. But I guess if you go with a bigger motor paired to the hybrid system. As for what's powering the car, Cadillac tells us all new 5.5 liter dual overcam V8 that sits midship, so it's going to be like mid engine. Then it's paired with the common hybrid. We asked, is this related to the Z06? But Cadillacs would only say it's an all new design. Okay, that's why we don't know what the hell it is. Considering that the Z06 also uses a totally new 5.5 liter dual overcam V8, I suspect that's for the wait. Considering that the Z06 uses the new. Okay, that's not the Z8. It's hard to imagine that Cadillac's engine is completely unrelated. Okay. So, from what we read here, no turbos.
Mm.
And it looks as if this may actually be their own chassis. This isn't a Multimatic from what we're looking at here.
Since it's a V8, it's more than likely a Cadillac motor.
Yeah. Well, it's a GM, right? Because they're suspecting that it's the 5.5 from the Corvette Z06,
Okay.
a variant of that one. Damn, look at that little light
Those wheels are
bars, dude.
crazy. I mean, the
I
lights are
know.
crazy.
Look at that. This is a light bar. You know, it's like as soon as somebody smacks into this shit, you're pissed off.
Oh
This
yeah,
is glass. This is glass right here.
yeah. That's a quick 2000.
That's an easy 2K, right?
Yeah,
Then you have this big ass light bar right here.
and warranty's not going to cover this.
Look, no hell, what?
Like, cause they're going to start putting this on production cars.
Yeah,
So this is nice.
yeah. Look, those are the wheels you're talking about right there. Michelin Pilots, Pilot Sports.
Is there any like is there any footage of this car actually rolling?
Not this one, no.
Okay, so all
They
this is just renders.
these are renders. This one right here. Wait, yeah, these are renders right now.
Okay.
But they have like the prototype done,
Hmm.
right? Like they're gonna. I'm pretty sure at some race, this this upcoming season, some big race. I'm pretty sure they'll do an announcement. Wait, hold on one second. Okay, wait, that was you in the background. Okay. Um, and there's also one other one, dude. One other one. Check this out. Ferrari hypercar. Did you hear about this one?
Nah. You about to put me up on
Uh
game, I can tell.
oh. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. We're gonna go ahead and accept cookies for this one. Le Mans hypercar, Ferrari. Wait, wait. Where's their? There was a render of. They have a render of the shit. Where is it at? Hold on. Let me find it.
It's a
There we
LMH.
go. Yeah, here we go. Oh, so they have like this kind of like this really shady rendering. So
Yeah,
yeah, Ferrari's working on theirs right now.
yeah. I think they have pictures of it rolling on a Nürburgring.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see if we got some pictures right here. So here we go. So 2023, we're gonna have Porsche, Cadillac, and then Ferrari, right? 2024, I forgot who's supposed to be coming with theirs. Now you already have Mercedes. I don't know what the hell. I was telling you on the phone, dude. Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton needs to just go ahead and retire, and
No.
then they need to go ahead and just build out a hypercar, well, a race variant of the Mercedes One hypercar that they've already made for production. So it's already homologated already.
Hmm. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, they need to just go ahead and build a hypercar version for racing, and then give that whole entire program over to Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I think. All right, let's check out some comments. Let's see who's here, man. We got Craig the Tech Guy. What's going on? Welcome. We got Sonic Ado. What's going on? Doug, Miss Raining Woman. Hello. Hey, we have Toya the Tutor in the house. Got Rael. What's going on, brother? Welcome. One Speed. What's going on? That's another race junkie in the house. All right, so let's see here. What else did I have on the itinerary here? Oh, dude. Okay. I wanted to bring up the WRC ones, the hybrid race cars,
Yeah.
the hybrid rally
Rally
cars,
cars. Yeah.
bruh. These things, the speeds are insane. Let's
Kind
see
of like
here.
Group B days.
Yeah. And I'll probably even cut the music for a second because let's see here. This stuff is like so insanely fast that I think people need to kind of get a glimpse of what we're talking about here. So let's do this. Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen here. Let me know if you guys can see this. Can you see this here?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So let me make sure I got the sound turned up. All right. So this okay, so I don't know, dude. Croatia. This was about 3 races ago. Now we'll go over like kind of like the specs and the technical details of these cars, right? Because all your top race classes now have now all officially have some form of hybridization, right? So
Mhm.
now this is the first year that rally cars are running these hybrid sort of like battery push button type of it's collecting energy as the car is going, and then there's a button that you hit and then this thing just goes insanely fast. Then
Mhm.
there's like electric motors that are also, I don't know, but dude, like I'm looking at these speeds and I'm like, whoa, dude, this stuff is fast. So like this was at Rally Croatia about a month ago. So this has got the Hondas, the Toyotas. Woo. Do you see this stuff, dude?
Yeah.
Do you hear it? I mean, dude, and like they're jumping at pitches, dude, to like land right to where they're angled when they land. It's this stuff is insane, and these dudes are doing stupid speeds in the fog. What the hell?
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of the Group B.
This is Group B shit. This is what I'm saying. What's happened here is that the technology is kind of caught up, right, with the speed capabilities of like how you can propel a car, right?
Yeah,
So that's what I mean. These cars now are doing Group B speeds, but they're completely glued to the course.
exactly.
Like, look at this, dude. This in the fog.
Are they running a navigator in this?
Yeah. It's a driver and a navigator. Fair use. By the way, make sure I say fair use, right?
Yeah. So, is there any footage of the GR Yaris? Because I know the GR Yaris is in rally now with the hybrid.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you because that. Okay, so Cali Pera, he's basically the points leader. He's running the Yaris. That's it right there.
Okay. Oh,
That thing is just stupid,
that's
dude.
a
Like the Toyota, the
three-cylinder,
Yaris.
right? That's a three-cylinder or a four-cylinder, right?
Yeah, it's a 4 cylinder. Yeah, it's like a 1.6 turbocharged.
Oh,
Oops. Turbocharged. Oh shit. Turbocharged with um the hybrid system. That's the Hyundai i30.
yeah.
Dude, this stuff is insane. So right now, there's 3 cars that are running the WRC one spec. It's the Toyotas, the Hondas, and the Fords. And right now, Toyota's tops of the class, man.
Right.
I mean, you just see the quick blip of the brake. Like they're not. He wasn't even touching it. Dude. He just gave it a touch, and then was just
Yeah.
like out of there.
But these cars are so grounded and so balanced that
Yeah.
they can usually like use the engine brake to just propel them through a
Well, with
turn.
the hybrid systems, that's essentially what they're now utilizing, right?
Yeah.
They're utilizing a lot of well, I guess you can call it kinetic braking, right? So when the electric motors backwind, you hear the sequential blow off. It sounds like a Gatling gun, dude. Holy shit! Hold on one second, dude. Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't see that. What happened?
Wait. Hold on. Watch how he negotiated this
I think I
shit.
missed it.
It's right after this, right here. Watch this shit. The fuck, dude! This one falls out.
Man.
What the hell? I'm telling you, dude. Like I've been watching Rally, dude. Like this season with the new specs.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, these cars are insanely fast.
I don't know, man. I mean, I might have to give Rally another watch. I stopped watching Rally back in high school, but I
What
might.
you mean, like in the what? The Colin McRae,
Yeah, I was watching it
Carlos
back then in
Sainz
Colin
days?
McRae. Yeah, those days.
Yup. And then there was that period where Sebastian Loeb just basically dominated for like 8 years.
Right.
He won like 8 straight championships, dude. And like everybody started checking out a rally because he was just winning. But like with the new specs, man, well, he was running Citroens at the time, so he's with Ford now, and it's a whole new spec. And right now, dude, Toyota's tops of the class. That's Loeb right there. I mean, dude, you see how narrow the road is?
Yeah. How much practice time do they get on these before they run these stages?
What it is that that's what they have the navigator for, dude. He's giving off the navigation coordinates, right? So they basically what he's doing is, and from what I remember, what they do is they tell him there's they kind of give him there's what is it? There's pitch angle. It's kind of like what the notes that they give him for the turn that's coming up tells him how to take the turn, basically. Like it's like speed, pitch angle, brake, no brake. You know what I mean? Like and they'll just kind of read it off as they come up. Like I don't know. I think rally drivers make the best drivers.
I mean, I can tell why. You have to be able to negotiate the oncoming turns that you don't see. Elevation
We have to be able to do
changes.
this shit without crashing.
Yeah.
Because you got dudes that just race on tracks and crash all the goddamn time. Right?
Yeah. But these suspensions are a little bit more softer, I would assume.
Well, they run like a larger shock setup.
Yeah.
Right, and then they usually run like dual dampers. So there's like a firm spring and then a softer spring beneath it, and then there's like a coupling. Jeez.
Woo. He landed that.
Dude, I'm like, and you know what? They're throttle braking too, so they'll brake with the left foot while on the throttle. Because notice you'll see the brake lights flash, but you don't hear the engine note kick. They're still on the motor, and you'll see the brake lights flash. So they literally do it just to slightly turn the like slow the car down so they can pitch it.
It's like a reverse trail braking.
Yeah. Like that kind of shit right there.
Yeah. Man, that's an extreme technique. So I would assume that's why Travis Pastrana, he made a pretty good rally driver.
Oh, dude, did you see his new car that he ran at Goodwood?
No, I did not.
I'm gonna show you, dude. You're gonna freak the fuck out, dude. This dude, it's called the Family Huckster. So they took a 1989 Subaru GL, right?
Yeah.
And they made a rally car out of it that has active aero, dude. When you see it, it was gonna be the craziest shit, bro. I watched this shit over the week. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Travis Pastrana's nuts, dude. That dude's insane.
Yeah, I was really shocked when he came from motocross and went to motorsports. It transitioned so effortlessly.
No, dude, of course. What is his name? Valentino Rossi's racing cars now.
Yeah, I seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing pretty decent.
Yeah, I was gonna say motorcycle guys, they do good in cars too. Shit, I would say they have a better feel for following lines than most people do because you got to do it on a bike. It's more precise. On four wheels, they can see a line better, dude. No brakes. Oh my god.
Man.
Oh, nice.
The amount of engineering that goes into rally is beyond me at this point.
Well, what they do, rally is your durability test bed for your production cars. Okay? You take a production car, you take components that you're looking to put into production cars, and you throw it in something like this, and you beat the hell out of it. Right? And you go, okay, if it works in rally, it'll work in production cars. I mean, in the fog, dude. In the fog. How do you see where you're going?
I don't know, man. I'm just imagining being in. Yeah, I'm imagining being in a cockpit, like
Oh my
I'm driving
god,
into
dude!
smoke,
It's like, what the hell? I mean, I so want to do it, but
and he doesn't even
shit.
have lights on.
No, he didn't. There's no lights on either. Oh my god, that's a WRC two. So those cars right there used to be the top level cars. Now the hybrid ones are the WRC ones. These are the top cars now. Shit. All right, dude. You had enough of this?
Man, I don't know how if you could ever get enough of this.
I
Yo,
mean,
you fall
Jesus
asleep watching
Christ,
this.
bro.
This is like positive affirmations,
Dude, what do you think I spend most times watching? It's either this or I'm listening to music, man.
right?
Fuck the dumb shit. But I want to show you the family huckster, dude.
Yeah,
I
please
really
show
do
me
want
that
to
one.
show you
I'm
this.
interested in that one.
Yeah, hold on, hold on. Dude, he broke something. He broke something. What was that? Is this it right here? No, it wasn't this guy. Let me see. Boom. You see that shit? Yeah, I
Slightly.
don't know. I don't know. I think maybe just the skid pad, skid pan scraped it. Let me throw some music back on while I queue up the family huckster footage. Dude, check this out. Subaru. All right, man. Are you ready for this shit? Hold on one second. Okay. Check this out, man. This thing right here is stupid crazy. I don't know what to call it. You see this?
No, it's not popped up yet.
Oh wait. Did I? Yeah, it should be right here. You see it?
No, it's not popped
No?
up. No, it's not up yet. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Now, dude, this is a 1989 Subaru GL.
Looks like a Lancia.
No, wait. Let me pull up an actual picture of a Subaru GL just to show you like what the hell these guys did with this shit. Uh, see your images. Wait, 1989. Okay, this was kind of what the basis of it is. A Subaru GL is one of these right here. It was a wagon. Like it was one of these right here. 89 Subaru GL, right?
Yeah,
This is it right there.
yeah.
He
I can
took he took
smell the
this.
cigarettes.
Yeah. All right, you can smell the cigarettes on the mold. Uh so wait, he took this and made this, right? I think this is like an 88 or a 90 or something like that. It might be a newer model. But dude, look at this shit. I need you to just pay attention to these areas of the car right
Mhm.
here and the top of the car. Watch this stuff. Dude, the car has active
Active,
aero.
yeah, active arrow. Oh my god.
It's got active aero, dude. It's got air brakes. What the fuck? You gotta be kidding me, dude.
Yo, I want to see that in competition.
Travis is stupid for the. This is the next Gymkhana car. So when he does the next Gymkhana,
Hmm.
it's gonna be in this car right here. So what he did was he took the whole the motor, the transmission, everything out of the Gymkhana car that he used for the last Gymkhana, and he put it in this one. And they built a stupid ass rally car out of a Subaru GL. and it has active aero, dude. It has air brakes.
Mhm.
Fair use, by the way, fair use.
Why do you have to say
Yeah,
fair use?
oh, just in case some dumb shit.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, this channel's not monetized, so it shouldn't be an issue. But do you see the side dump right there on the turbo? You see it on the side in the front fender?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
That thing is mean.
dude. Watch the air brakes though. Watch this shit. It looks insane. You see that?
Mm, nasty, man. What motor's in it? Is it a
It's
13B or?
it's the one out of his last rally car. I'd have to go and look and see what they literally pulled everything out of that one and put it in this.
The funny thing about a lot of these cars is they just didn't seem too possible to be done 20 years ago, right? But it's just now
It,
it's like everybody's just manifesting everything that they, man, I should
it's
do this, I should do that. Like I should put a Lamborghini motor in a, I don't know, in a Toyota, I mean in a Geo Metro, and they do it and it's
yeah.
done.
You know what happens here, man? It's part of it is social media. Part of it. Look at that shit. You see that, dude?
Yeah.
Like so, for example, active arrow. Who would have thought to put active arrow on this shit?
He did.
Yeah, exactly. So what he just did was he just raised the bar, right? He just raised the bar on like doing builds like this. Now, look at that, dude. Like the air brakes come up to help slow the car down. Now, did you hear about the McMurtry electric fan car that set the Goodwood record?
No, I didn't. Like a fan car, like the who's it?
It's an
Gordon
electric.
Mary.
It's an electric fan car, bro. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. Hold on 1 second here. Look at that shit, though. It's called. They literally call it the Family Huckster. You see there? There's the arrow right there. That is just. I don't know, man. I have to respect the shit out of this dude. It's a total brick rolling down the road, but damn,
Like a
that is
brick.
just stupid. Look at that, man.
Imagine pulling up, picking your kid from school up.
I would love to, man. Dude, my daughter would hate me for it, but she knows I'd be down to do some shit like that.
Right, dumping the
Yeah.
turbo right at the at
Yeah.
the
Just
line.
like she'd be like, "Dad, are you serious?" I'm like,
Yes,
"Hell
I'm
yeah, babe.
serious.
I'm totally serious. What are you talking about?" Hold on. Let me find the McMurtry. I need you to check this out. Because this is like the future of this is like this is the future right here. Like you're gonna see cars doing this type of shit. Like what they're trying to do at F1, where they have all the porpoising issues and stuff, right? Where they have all of the porpoising issues. Wait, hold on. Wait. I meant to put pause right there. This car solves it. Okay, that's an electric car, and then it has a ground effect fan induction tunnel under it. So there's a small fan right there.
Yeah,
So it creates like this
I know.
vacuum under. Yeah, this vacuum under the car.
Yeah, I know
And
exactly what this. Remember, they had a car like this in Formula One in the '80s.
yeah, they used to run fan cars in like was it the late 70s?
Yeah, late '70s, early '80s. But
Yep.
as soon as it made it to the grid, they just outlawed it. It's like
They
you can't do
outlawed it.
that. Can't
Right.
do that. But Gordon Murray, that new car that he's put out.
The V12 has one.
It
It
has
has
one
a
too.
fan on the back. Yep.
Yeah, and it's supposed to do the same thing, but this is a little bit more extreme because
No,
I'm
this
pretty
is
sure
way
this fan is like pointed at the ground, right?
yeah, watch this shit, dude. This thing is way more extreme than Gordon Murray's. And Gordon Murray's car is badass. Look at this thing.
Ooh,
Watch this shit, dude.
Jetsons.
It doesn't slow down around the turns. Watch this thing.
See how the fan of the fact that creates 2,000 kilos of downforce. It grips the car down.
It doesn't.
Hey,
He doesn't lift.
Creates 2,000 kilos of downforce.
Downforce. Yeah.
I knew that way before he said that.
Jesus Christ.
Kind of reminds me of that TVR. You remember that car that was in
The
Swordfish?
TVR, yeah, and what, Gran Turismo?
Yeah, that car that could not handle for worth crap.
It can. I wish it could handle like this. Look at that. Good God. 39.08 seconds, dude. New record. 39.90. Or no, 39.08. That's the future of like race cars right there, dude.
Yeah, that looks like that's the future of GT.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be extreme ground effects. It's gonna be very low.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of aero. The new Peugeot hypercar doesn't even have a rear wing. It uses all floor ground effects for downforce. It has no rear wing, so there'll be no like drag over the top of the car.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that car to hit the track. So do you have any thoughts on the hypercar, Travis Pastrana's family huckster?
Yeah, I would like to drive that huckster. I would rather drive that more than the hypercar.
But I don't, you know what? Okay, well, I would say I want to drive both for selfish reasons.
Yes.
You know, I want to drive both for selfish reasons, but the hypercar, that's an interesting class, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I gotta be real with you, man. Like, you know, if you weren't gonna be able to, you know, do like LMP1, all that crazy ass like hybrid shit, then you know the next variation of it, because over the next couple years, the hypercars are gonna get quicker, and I would say in the next maybe 2 to 3 years, they'll start scraping the LMP1 speeds.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll start loosening the reins on what the cars can do after like all of the guys have come in with their cars and they've kind of sorted them out.
Yeah.
Right. And then season by season they'll start unwicking the regulations a little bit more. Okay. They're gonna go from 680 horsepower, right? That's all they're capping it at. And that's including the electric motors.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to choose what you're using when between the two power sources, right? But they can never go over 680 horsepower. But then they'll go to 720, 740, 780 or something like that, right? And it'll start to get crazy and the speeds will start to increase, right? So that's kind of how, that's kind of how I see that happening here. Let's see here. The lift on that shit is dope, as Ryan was saying. Hit them curves like a champ. Yeah. No, seriously, dude. Like when you've got a fan in the back of the car that's basically pulling the air from underneath it to suck it down to the ground, and then you got electric motors just throwing you forward, right? Because electric motors are torque monsters, dude. You can give it as much drag as you want. They're going to eat it up. So that's a deadly combination right there. Let's see here. All right, let me do this, dude. I am going to. Yeah, I got your text just now. I just saw it, dude. You're like, bro, I can't hear.
That's because it's my fault.
Because I was like, where's he? I was like, maybe he just stepped away, man. All right, well, I'll just start reading.
I was probably like, you probably was hearing me breathe and curse.
No, I couldn't hear anything, dude.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on one second. Let's see here. So let me go through. All right, we're gonna pull this up. Now, this is courtesy of Mike V. Give me just a second. This one is from Mike V. So let me go ahead and share the screen here. Bugatti dips its toes in the e-mobility sector with a new electric kick scooter, bruh. Okay, Bugatti, fam. What? Okay, what was I telling you about this whole sector on the phone? Was like over the weekend,
Yeah. You were telling me it was gonna grow to exactly what you said.
dude.
Bugatti.
Bugatti. Let's dig in real quick. Bugatti is one of the rarest, most exclusive vehicle manufacturers out there. The brand has some of the world's fastest, most technologically advanced cars in existence, and to simply see one plying the streets is a treat for many car enthusiasts. Well, what if I told you could own one for under $1,000? Well, sort of. Look at that right there, next to this right here. You see, Bugatti has recently worked with Bitech, a company specialized in electric scooters. Dude, I need somebody to holler at your boy. I'm out here. I do my thing. I handle my calls. Jamal, I'm just saying. Can
Right.
we get, dude? What were we? We're trying to get our what was it, like, our content creation marketing sort of,
Yes.
right? So anybody listening, holla at your mans.
Right.
Two
We're
companies.
available.
Yes, we are available. Me at Cater Auto, at the Black Brain Trust, or whatever. I don't care. Holler at us. Okay, the two companies have come up with a new electric scooter with a colorway and styling akin to that of the French supercar manufacturer. The best part, all you need to do is take a trip to your nearest Costco, fam. You can get Bugatti electric scooters at Costco.
Okay. Do I have to have a car to buy it, or
What? You say you gotta? Yeah, you do. You need to have the gold membership.
I'm gonna buy some? I'm gonna buy some patio furniture and buy this
Yeah, we
Bugatti
gotta
scooter.
get some patio furniture.
Are there
What?
prices yet on this?
Oh yeah, they says under $1,000. Let's see.
Oh, that's
Says
not
the new
bad.
electric scooter was showcased in Las Vegas at this year's CES. Damn it, I couldn't make it there. Where it was displayed proudly beside Bugatti, right there. Boom.
It's not bad
Neil,
though. I mean, if it's under 1,000, it's not bad.
dude, my scooter, I got some that are over 1,000. So, like, given that it's Bugatti under $1,000, bro, like, are you serious, dude? Hold on, let me just take the sound down just a tad.
Yeah, but see, this kind of actually makes me think though, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when we think about Bugatti, we think
Mm-hmm.
about pure speed and really innovation, right?
Right.
What is the speed specs on this?
Well, let's see. I think these are going to be at about 15 miles an hour. Just given the look, looking at them, these look like
Okay.
they have the 350-watt motors on the rear. Just looking at the size of them, because I have scooters in my garage
So
that have
basically,
these.
we're paying for the innovation side of everything.
You're paying for the name largely, because
name.
I have the Porsche ones, right? Remember,
Yes,
I
yes,
have the Porsche ones, right?
yes, yes.
So when you look at the components of that scooter, there's scooters that probably cost less than half of the cost,
Mhm.
right? But you're paying for the Porsche design and all that, right? So if this is less than $1,000, this is probably gonna say like $899, $999, but you're paying for the Bugatti licensing. Wait, hold on a second. I had something else. Where was it at? There we go. All right, so let's see here. Let me go back. All right. So it says the new electric scooter was showcased. Okay, needless to say, it appears that the supercar took more of the attention. There was very little fanfare surrounding electric scooter. Well, yeah, obviously, but for scooter nerds like myself, right? In Costco, the Bugatti e-scooter retails. There you go. $919.99. That's kind of weird. $920, and it's sold only in black. If you wanted it in the classic Bugatti blue colorway, you have to acquire it through the official shop where it retails for $1,200. Oh, so here's what we did. We are gonna price the colors. right? We're going to add margin to the price of the same scooter based on the color, right? So if you want the traditional Bugatti blue, for those of you listening, it's going to be $1,200. Bugatti's e-scooter is, unsurprisingly, a pretty decent e-mobility device. I mean, it's very basic, okay, in terms of its design, okay. It's equipped with an electric motor that can propel it to a top speed of 18.5 miles an hour in sport mode. Okay, so this thing, I can already tell you right off the bat, has a 10.4 amp hour battery, bare minimum, and a 350 watt motor. That's going to typically be the configuration for a scooter that goes 18 miles an hour in sport mode. But we'll see if I'm wrong on this. You could take, I don't know what that says. It says eke. Or you can eke out a tad more mileage by sticking to city mode, right? Which is where, okay, so there's basically going to be 3 speed modes on this thing. Okay. The first speed mode is going to be, what is it? Okay. Sport mode is going to be 18 miles an hour. City mode is going to be 15 miles an hour. Eco mode is going to be like 12 or 13. I think that's what it is. So you can eke out time more by sticking to the city mode, where the top speed is limited. Oh, 9 miles an hour. Ooh, really? I mean, you'll get hella mileage out of it, but at 9 miles an hour, you want more speed so that you can kind of keep balance better. Like the faster, something is propelling you forward, the better you can kind of balance yourself on it. 9 miles an hour is kind of slow, but then again, if you're just trotting around at 9 miles an hour, you're not using a lot of battery. As for range, Bitech claims a total of 22 miles from a single charge. Yeah, at 9 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure you would get 22 miles. When it comes to tech features, the Bugatti e-scooter is pretty impressive, equipped with a front and rear LED lights, dual braking system, and a fancy Bugatti logo. I didn't know that was a tech feature, a fancy logo. Is surely a premium gadget and a flashy e-mobility device that could very well lead onlookers to believe that you have a Bugatti in your garage. Well, technically you do. For its sub $1,000 price tag, is definitely a good deal. I'm going to tell you right now, it's actually not. And this is just coming from an e-mobility geek. I have a scooter that does damn near twice as fast that you can get for $1,300.
Yeah, humble brag.
Just a quick humble brag, just a little slight one, just a little one, dude. But all scooters aren't built equal, and when you have branding associated, because look, I could even lodge the same type of criticism I have with my Porsche scooters. The only difference is that they're mine, right? So I'm not going to do that. But I will say that what you're paying for when you pay for this type of price, okay, $1,200, right? I'm just saying, $1,200. This scooter at 18 miles an hour is not going to give you 22 miles of range. Like I said, I can do the calculations on the specs just based on the mileage, the speed, right? So that means that this battery that's in here is a 10.4 amp hour battery. It's a 36 volt system, 350 watt motor. So that means that at the sport mode setting, you're going to get about 9 miles. I've tested this. You'll get about 9 miles on the sport mode, given the battery size.
Okay.
Right. That's for $1,200. Now, what you could do is there are Xiaomi, which is the what they call the bird scooter, the old school bird scooter, like the Xiaomi M365. Okay, there's a pro version of that scooter, and then there's factories in China that made a clone of that. Same battery, same motor, same speed. Guess what? A third of the cost. Right? So yes, you are paying for Bugatti basically, right? When I do that, when I look at this type of stuff, and I say, okay, for the same specs, for the same speed, I know I can just get an off-the-shelf Xiaomi clone that will literally do the same speed. If I subtract the price of that scooter from the price of this one, that tells me what you're paying for. You're paying for Bugatti's Snap, right?
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what you're paying for. However, this just kind of goes to show that Bugatti, in a previous live stream, I covered Lamborghini. I import the Porsche design ones, right? All
Okay.
of the manufacturers are getting into this.
This is where we're going. Like you've
Yeah.
said, like you've told me countless times.
Hmm.
This is where we're going.
Yeah, man. So they're gonna get into, and even Lamborghini makes like electric bikes and stuff.
Well, I guess what is it? I think BMW. I remember they used to make bicycles.
They do. They still do. Um, they do the electric bikes. Porsche has one. There's a local Porsche dealership. They have one in there, dude. It's
Mhm.
$9,000.
Yeah, I'll pass.
What? You said you'll pass.
Yeah, man, $9,000 for an electric bike.
I mean,
Are you trying to justify that?
what?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think, man. My very first car I bought was like $3,000. And I'm
Okay.
thinking to myself,
Well, when you put it like that, dude.
$9,000 for a. Okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess when you
you-
think about it, depending on where you are, and if you're trying to get away from commuting on like in cars,
Mhm.
but then I'm also thinking about the resale value of it. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, well, it has more to do. It has more to do. Wait, is this the one? Let me see which one. Which one was it? Oh wait, that's what it was. It was Amazon. It really kind of depends, right? Because as soon as you throw a new battery in it, that basically makes it a new vehicle, dude. Because electric motors hardly wear. They hardly wear out. Okay, so really, you're just talking about battery degradation, right? In terms of like resale value, you know. But it really just comes down to usage and battery, right? That's what's going to determine like a resale value. Battery is in really good shape. You've got good resale value. Now this right here is another one from Mike V. So what I want to I have like a few like micromobility articles to kind of cover to go in with like the car talk, right? Because this is all transportation related information, right? And since we've largely staked ourselves in this industry, come back in 2018, we've been covering it at length, right? So in addition to what we were just talking about, Jamal, now we're looking at Amazon, right?
Yeah,
Start making deliveries by e-bike and on foot,
in London.
right? Now I got some information about them launching this here in the States.
It's like a
Right.
rickshaw.
That's exactly. Well, you know what it is. So it's basically, you see the pedal system, you see the pedal kit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a mid-drive kit on this, right? That drives these motors back here. There's a pack, there's a battery pack, there's a little simple dash right here. And instead of it being a trike, they just put basically a four-wheel. There's a handlebar set up with four wheels instead of one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, two wheels instead of one, right in the front, right? And then you have the Amazon storage box where all the packages are, right? So this is essentially an e-bike. These are literally classified as e-bikes because they have a pedal system. Even if they have four wheels, right? Legally, these are classified as e-bikes. Amazon has started delivering packages by cargo, e-bike, and on foot in the UK for the first time as it makes more progress toward its climate goals. The company has opened a micromobility hub in central London. Jesus. This is in London. This is, but I gotta get plugged in, man. This is crazy. The company says the walkers and e-bikes will make more than 1 million deliveries a year from the hub in Hackney. That's, I guess, in an area of London, central London. It claims those trips will replace thousands of van deliveries. And now I'm going to tell you right now, this is what we've been hedging on. We have the app development that can the app developed to do delivery logistics, right? And then what we do is integrate the vehicles, because we feel the same way based on a lot of use case studies and a lot of stuff that we've even done. And we see this all going this way, man. So this is Amazon even showing you guys what they're doing here. At the outset, the e-bikes and on-foot couriers will be in service across more than a tenth of the city's ultra-low emission zone. E-bikes and fully electric vehicles are exempt from the London congestion charge and ULEZ fees, so Amazon's delivery partners will avoid having to pay those. Now, isn't that convenient? I'm pretty sure maybe Amazon had something to do with this right here. Maybe, perhaps, so that they didn't have to pay these.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good talkers.
Well, I wonder who is paying these. That's what's funny.
Right?
Yeah, I wonder who is paying them, right? Amazon plans to open more e-cargo delivery hubs in the UK in the coming months. It already has more than 1,000 electric delivery vans on the road in the country. Earlier this year, the company added 5 fully electric heavy goods vehicles to its UK fleet to replace diesel trucks. And I've seen UPS electric vans rolling around. I've seen those here in California.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time Amazon has used cargo e-bikes. Euronews notes that they're being used for deliveries in 5 cities in France and 7 metropolitan areas in Germany. Why the fuck is the US behind on this? It also employs electric scooters in Italy and Spain.
Yeah,
Bro.
but see, the thing about it is
my God.
over there, they have a bike culture. I was just
Of course,
watching
yes.
this one. I can't remember what it was. It was like either article. I either read an article or I watched this like news report on it. And they were talking about all the accidents and deaths that occur from, car on bike, collisions, right?
Yeah.
And they were just talking about over there in France and England, all that stuff doesn't exist because a lot of the roads are focused around separating the cars and separating the bikes. See,
Right.
over here in America, like where I'm at right here in Dallas, right? There is no separation. Like we just got bikes in the street, like on a 50-mile-per-hour road, going whatever they can pedal.
See, that's interesting you say that, dude, because see, over like the past maybe like 15 years in California, okay, every time they redo a road, you know what they do? They put a bike lane in it.
Okay.
So what they do is that they just stipulated what they stipulated, and I don't know if this was in the transportation bill that they passed like some years ago, but basically anytime there's an infrastructure project in like a county, right? So that means in any sort of city or municipality or anything like that, anytime there's a repaving of the road or a repainting of the road,
yes,
okay, they have to repave it or repaint it with a bike lane. That's what solves that problem. So over time, right? Over time, what happens is that you just get bike lanes and all that stuff put in as they do basic maintenance. They remeasure the lane distances and stuff like that, and then they appropriate. I forgot how many inches it is across, right? And then they just kind of designate that as a bike lane. Boom, all done. So across California, you're hard pressed to find a street that doesn't have a bike lane for the most part. Yeah. Let's see here. As of last November, the company was fulfilling 2/3 of deliveries in Paris with e-bikes. Dude, what? Dude. In Paris, 2/3 of Amazon's deliveries were done on e-bikes. Paris is an international city. That's big. 2/3. That's like saying it would be like saying 2/3 of the deliveries in Los Angeles were done on e-bikes.
that's what I'm saying. They have a bike culture over there, though.
Yeah.
And the cars are smaller.
Yeah. The street. Well, that okay. Yeah. Point taken. Right. Because LA is very very spread out. Right. Whereas European countries are largely very compacted, and that's why they're their bike and scooter culture. Right. Yeah. Under its shipment zero project, Amazon aims to deliver 50% of packages with net zero carbon emissions by 2030. Now, there is a thing called the 2030 project, For those of you guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, just look into this. It has a lot to do with this right here, trying to aim for net zero carbon emissions. California has implemented this, right? So by 2030, they don't want to be selling. They essentially do not want to be selling gas or internal combustion engine cars here. Okay, this is how serious it is. They're really just trying to just cut that out, right? If you already have a internal combustion engine car and all that, you can keep that, and they'll keep the smog regulations in place for some amount of time. What I hope that they don't do is like kill the collector car market by just saying, "Hey, there's literally no way you can drive that shit on the street at some point," right? I think they should always allow for internal combustion engine cars to be able to be operable. And if you're going to keep all these gas stations in business, you're going to have to. So I think these type of regulations are very interesting for a couple of reasons, good and bad.
Okay.
Right, dude. Tell Jay Leno, right? Tell Jay Leno that his entire investment, right? Dude, Jay Leno's garage, all those cars are his, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the shit he's got?
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff.
Bro.
Stuff I want.
Dude, he used to go to Supercar Sunday. So that was a car meet that I used to take my daughter to every Sunday in Woodland Hills, right? And Jay would always bring something out of his collection and go up there.
Yeah.
Imagine like there's no more Supercar Sundays because you can't put gas in these type of cars and take them out and all this kind of stuff. You can't get any sort of like what waivers for certain type of cars, right? Like if you're going to stipulate that like net zero carbon emissions by 2030, what does that say for the car collector guys?
Well, like I've said before, man, people that drive combustible motors or like love combustible motors like myself, that's going to turn into like riding horse on Sundays. Like down here, like down here in like Texas and Louisiana, it's not very uncommon to see somebody riding a horse on the street, right? Yeah. So like, but it's normally on a Sunday when you chilling, you out with your family, or you go to a horse ride or something. That's what you see. But
go ahead. What I was just saying, what about just general like big loud, big motor, big burly ass cars?
They're trying to push that out. They're trying to push it. Listen, I don't agree with it because I'm not really I'm a motor guy, right? Yeah. But that's what they're trying to do as far as like California. I mean, in the next 10 years, they're saying that they're trying to phase all combustible motors out.
Bro, it's not even 10, dude. It's okay. We're halfway through 2022, right?
Yeah.
What is it, 7.5 years?
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna look. It's like a love-hate thing, right? I'm a motorhead just like you, right? However, the future, if it's EV, the easiest way to get in is on micromobility side, right? So yeah, it's a love-hate thing with me, man, because I kind of don't like taking that element of automobile culture and just getting rid of it for the sake of quote unquote climate change. I really don't think collector cars and shit like that have that much an effect. I kind of don't, but maybe that's just me.
Gotcha.
But
I don't know, man. They're making the rules, man. They're trying to like we have no choice but to follow their rules because, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. With this whole gas price hike, I low key feel like that's a trick.
It is. It is.
Did we talk about that before?
Yeah. No.
I think it's a trick, man.
There's some videos I'm gonna send you. We won't get into the details right now, but these are like financial, like global market analysts that are kind of saying, okay, like when you just kind of look at supply versus demand, like when you look at the price does not justify it. Okay, the demand based on supply, the cost does not justify what am I trying to say? The cost that you see for gas, there's not a supply versus demand type of mechanism that justifies it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
Okay, like people ain't driving that much to justify the price of gas at what it is.
Yeah,
The price that you would see it at would suggest that there is a crazy ass supply for it. That's what I'm trying to say.
gotcha.
Right. So I'll send you those videos analyzing kind of like that, right? Where there might be some gaming of the markets to redirect capital flow in other areas and shit.
Hmm.
And there might be some regulatory stuff that is enabling this, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? we'll,
Gotcha.
we'll we'll kind of save that. Yeah. Let's see here. It said expects to become net zero carbon by 2040 as part of its climate change pledge. The company also plans to run its operations entirely on renewable energy by 2025. Dude, that's in like 2.5 years. Okay. Run its operations entirely on renewable energy in 2.5 years. It will install more than 30,000 additional solar panels at its sites in Manchester, Colville, Haydock, Bristol. Okay, shout outs to Bristol, which is one of the homes of UK drum and bass and jungle. You guys know I am a huge jungle and drum and bass head, so shout outs to Bristol, UK. And Milton Keynes. By the end of the year, Amazon has 18 on-site solar projects in the UK, and it's working to double that number by 2024. So they're also getting into the energy collection and the whole energy
I
collection and
told you.
storage.
That's what they're doing. I'm telling you, man. That right
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
the whole battery capacity thing, to where
Hmm.
they're trying to make cars to where they could just recharge. You understand? Oh, yo, there's somebody in the chat, Lowcast. I think he want to get in.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait, hold on 1 second. Let me do this because when I'm sharing the screen, I don't see the StreamYard. Okay, I see it. Do we have any other comments? Let me look here. Let me see. This is Lowcast. Oh, okay, Lowcast. What's up, dude? Hold on 1 second. Let me pull the link up. Yeah, I'll do this. Uh, wait, let me grab. I think there was one more article I wanted to cover. I'll drop the link load in just a second, bro. Hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Okay. Yes, this is it right here. Let me pull this one up. I have
Hey,
one more. What's up?
quick. Sorry, man, but I gotta get going, man. I gotta go do some other stuff.
Oh, you got to get it going, bro?
Yeah, I gotta get going, bro.
No, you are good, man. Well, let's do this, dude. Are there any last thoughts here before you
Um,
get going? I'm gonna cover this last article. I'm gonna drop the link for Lowcast. He had something he wanted to talk about. Um, was there anything you wanted to kind of drop? Also, let me do this, dude. I'm gonna pull your channel up so I can plug you real quick. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to pull this next article up here. No, go ahead, bro. Is there anything that else you wanted to add? If you want to plug your channel, I'll drop your link in the
yeah, man.
chat. But
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead, man. Just go ahead before you got to bounce out, bro.
Yeah, man. No, I really ain't got much to say. I appreciate. I met everybody in the chat. Actually, I seen a couple of them the last time we had did a little StreamYard thing too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Outside of that, yeah, you can go to my channel on YouTube, Key to Auto. I
Hey,
stream.
do you have the ability? Are you on a computer? Can you post it? Because I think I have you modded up. I think so.
Nah, I can't.
You can't? Okay, wait, hold on. I'll do it right now. So I was pulling this other article up, but let me pull you up right now.
Well, hold up. I might be able to. Hold on. I can do it in the chat or YouTube.
I'll just do it right. Hey, well, do this. Post something in the on the channel on YouTube so I can make you a mod. I just want to make sure you're a mod. I don't remember if I modded you or not. I want to say I did, but let's just make sure. Okay, but I got your channel up right here, so I'm gonna post it.
Yeah, it's posted in there.
All right, hold on. Oh wait, there you go. So let me go here. Boom. Okay. All right, you're a mod now. Hey, go ahead and post it. Go ahead and post it in the. I just want to make sure you can post.
All right,
'Cause you're a moderator now.
let me try to.
And then let me share the link for Lowcast if you're still there.
if that takes.
All right, Locast, if you're there, man, that link is for you. And then, yeah, you're all good, bro. There it is. So you see the link right there. I also have Jamal's channel linked in the community tab post or the community post, right? But you guys also see him right there. If you guys can hit that link, sub. We do the sim racing thing. Hey man, real quick before you bounce, when we gonna do the hot lap battle? Let's set a time, man. I know we've been busy, but we got to do the battle
Get it done by this weekend.
this weekend. All right, so let's do it. Wait, Saturday or Sunday? So we got to film the footage.
Yeah, no, I gotta record it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to record it between now. When do we want to do it? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, so between now and Sunday, we got to film the footage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to run 7 laps at what we're gonna do, Spa.
Yeah, let's do Spa.
We'll do Spa. Are we gonna do the same car?
Oh, you don't run an Audi, right? You run a Porsche, right?
I run a Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll run a Porsche.
You run a Porsche?
Yeah.
Well, you can run an Audi if you want, dude. We'll just compare lap times.
No, I like the way the Porsche sounds.
Okay. All right. So we'll okay. So Sunday we're gonna table it for Sunday, and I'll hit you, and then we'll set the time. But we gotta do the footy. We'll do the footy, and then we'll set it up for Sunday. Hot lap battle.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, bet, bro. All right, man. All right, dude. Hey, man, have a good one, man, and I'll check in with you. Okay.
Okay, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, bro. Later. Yo, Locash, you there?
Complex, what's going on, brother? How you been?
Chilling, man. Good, man. We're just sitting over here, we're nerding out on, automotive stuff, man,
Yeah, I heard. I was enjoying it too.
Yeah. We're both sim racers and kart racers and, gearheads, man. So, but what's the word, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on for a minute.
For sure, bro. What you got?
Yeah, I wanted to give my take based on what I understand about the about this automobile thing.
Wait. You said about. Wait, let me just turn this
electric
down.
automobile push for this.
Yeah, let me turn this music down a little bit because in my ear it's a little loud. Hold on, so I can hear you better.
Is that better?
No. Yeah, you're good. And then I turned it down over here. Okay, so you said about the electric automobile push.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The thing is, based on what I've seen and what I understand about what's been going on for a while, is that by 2030, they want to have what I think was almost close to 50%.
Yeah.
Close to 50%. I think it's like 25, between 25 and 30. The number kind of changes. The thing about it is that what we're experiencing is really to encourage you to purchase electric automobiles.
Yeah.
Either you're going to get used to paying on average, which you would normally pay for a 10-gallon vehicle, $40 to $50. For people with 25 and 30-gallon tanks, you're looking to pay almost about $100 and something dollars. That's the thing is the whole trick is to get you to start purchasing these electrical vehicles. Think about it. Either you're going to pay between $5 to $10 on your own house charge. Out and about, they may charge you somewhere between $20 to $30 for a charge. About $20 for a charge. So what I wanted to point out was that the real push is to get us towards these electrical vehicles. Yeah. The other part about it is that Tesla motors have been proven to fail.
Well, I mean, there's failure with all mechanical devices, right? Like failure happens. I was just talking to a buddy of mine. I'm watching all these videos of like, bikes, scooters, buses, like exploding, like the batteries, right? Because the battery chemistries are unstable, right? So a lot of when you're dealing with like quality of build of like EVs and stuff like that, this is a new segment. It's a new market.
That's
you can purchase grade A batteries, grade B batteries, grade C batteries, right? So
really?
Let's say, for example, yeah. Well, I mean, dude, I'm sourcing batteries for an e-scooter project right now, right?
Okay.
And so the difference here is that The grade A batteries are going to cost, say, like $87 for a 36-volt 7.8 amp hour battery,
Yeah.
right? A grade C battery is going to cost you 65. However, if you had a business where people were renting scooters from you and stuff like that, what would you take your chances on, right? The grade A battery or the grade C battery?
What stage in business are you?
No, I'm saying like if you were doing like rentals and stuff like
I'm
that,
I'm I'm,
where
I'm asking what stage of business are you just starting, or are you in the beginning, or are
no,
you
I'm
in the
saying like
middle, or towards the?
if you're I'm saying like if you were renting vehicles where the vehicles are reliant on the battery, the power source, right? Would you go with a power source where the actual cells themselves are of an A grade or a C grade, given that the A grade is going to be at a price point where the C grade is $20 less, right? Which when you aggregate it over the cost of the build of the vehicle, you can go with a lesser power source. It's going to be cheaper, but then we start running into reliability issues, and batteries, particularly lithium ion chemistries, are very volatile,
Right.
right? So there's that. There's also these other energy factors,
Mhm.
honestly, that are kind of, let's just say, above my pay grade, right?
Mhm.
So in terms of like a global shift to electric, I'll tell you right now, if I were to give you my general assessment of that, who's best pivoted to benefit from a global shift to EVs?
Well, here's the problem in the process of this shift that we're experiencing. There is that transition phase. We are in a transition
Yeah,
phase.
of course.
Our
That's where
generation.
micromobility comes in. Yeah.
You run into a problem where electric vehicles are not as practical as they should be. They're not as efficient as an electric vehicle. They're not. I mean, it's a gas powered vehicle. Now, the reasons why I'm saying it, most of the problems is in the battery itself. Let's say long. Let's just say for long distance challenge.
Hmm.
Let's just say for long distance travels, right?
Hmm.
You run into the problem of charge time. Most people are not that patient for the charge time, the 20 to 30 minutes for a full charge on an EV vehicle.
Are we talking like a Tesla?
Yeah, on any of these electric vehicles that are coming out right now, that are
Well,
currently
well,
coming out.
ideally, what you do is if you know you have a trip coming up, you charge beforehand, right?
Yeah, but
Um,
suppose your trip is 600 miles and you only got a 300 mile range.
well, like okay, I would say at that point, either you're going to kind of plan for that, or usually you're going to you might fly. Now, I don't know about nowadays, right? With the cancellations of flights and all this shit, where there's a
Hmm.
whole other that's a whole other conversation, right? So I would say that travel has to kind of be tailored around the mode that you're going to use to get there,
Right.
right?
But
So
now,
with
but
EVs, we don't have a quick refueling option where you just dump gas into the tank. No, there's going to be a slightly longer wait, but it's slightly, especially if it's a
it's,
Tesla and it's supercharging, right?
if you got the choice between 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes
Hmm.
at a fill up station,
Hmm.
or 30 minutes at a charging station, which one do you think is more practical for state to state travel? Let's
Well,
keep it.
if you're doing a
Let's
600 mile if you're doing a 600-mile trip, right?
yeah.
I would say that what I would do, and see the beauty of like say like the logistics applications, right? I do
Right.
something we do something similar, but it's more for like say a ride share. This is micro mobility, right? So
Hmm.
it's not that sophisticated. It's more for micro mobility and then logistics and delivery and stuff like that, right? But then you'll have the apps who the apps like so the app on like the Tesla, for example. What it does is, number one, it'll based on GPS navigation, it reads the charge network. It estimates like distance. It'll say, okay, well, look, if you want to use the charge that you have now to stretch to get here, put the car at this setting. You can go over here, get your charge. Now, like I said, it's kind of like doing things differently. It's like going to a gas station, and then while you're at the gas station, there's like a McDonald's or something close by or something. Then
Yeah.
you're gonna go over there and you're gonna get something to eat. Then you guys might be at the rest stop and then sit there for a minute. And when you add it all up, you might be there for about 20, 30 minutes and then you head on out, right?
Right.
Okay. So a supercharge that takes 30 minutes to fill an electric car up can operate quite the same way if you do it right. It's like the same thing. You go to a rest stop, you plug the thing in, go stretch, take a piss, go get something to eat it, take another piss, go check the car, you're ready to go, right? Especially on a 600-mile trip. But here, let's do it like this. In my specialty, what I do with micromobility, it's all about last mile and short distance. This is where it's actually more practical because I actually would agree with you that at this stage of the game, because of how gas stations are set apart, how quick you can fuel, all these types of stuff, traditional fuel sources and traditional vehicles are actually more practical for long distance trips. However, let's do this. I'm in California. You know how much gas is a gallon right now? You want to know how
Tell
much
me.
I paid today?
Please tell me.
It was like 647 a gallon.
That's high.
Okay, 647 a gallon, and I have a V8. By the way, I have a GMC Envoy because I have to like haul shit. Okay, so you know what I no longer do? I don't drive the Envoy around when I have to go down 2 miles to the local grocery store, Albertsons,
Mm-hmm.
to go get groceries to eat. You know what I do? Me and my daughter get on our electric scooters and go. So what ends up happening is that's a 2 mile trip. 2 miles there, 2 miles back. Well, one and 3/4 mile there, 1 3/4 mile back. Well, let's just estimate up 2 miles. That's 4 miles a trip. Okay, city miles, that GMC Envoy gets about 11 to 12 miles a gallon. So that means I get about 2.5 to 3 trips to the grocery store on 1 gallon of gas.
What are your highway miles? 23?
Nah, probably like 18 to 20.
Okay. All right.
It's a 2008, 2009 GMC Envoy.
All right. So you're getting less gas. You're getting less gas mileage anyway.
Well, the thing is that it was I was okay with it at 3. Okay, this sounds ridiculous. At 329, 339, 349 a gallon for 87, I was okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And not at 647 a gallon. Hell no, I'm not okay with it.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
So I have to be okay with it by putting gas in it and then only using it when I need to go further than, let's say, like 5 or 6 miles.
right. Which makes sense.
Right.
Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up because these are like the general ideas that most people are having not most people that you see developers are having questions they're asking themselves when it comes to the development of EV vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is that because we're in this transition phase, right,
Mm-hmm.
where the batteries themselves are not as efficient as they should be when it comes to mileage output that you would get out of a regular combustion vehicle.
That
Right?
kind of but that depends. That depends, right?
So
And
one of the biggest
good.
reasons why the reason why you kind of got this crazy transition where you only got like the Teslas out, but other companies are developing the vehicles because they're waiting for a new battery technology to come out. Now there are two different battery technologies, according to from what I understand, according to YouTube, that are leading. One is called a diamond battery, which will be possibly developed by Tesla, and then there is the graphene battery. Now
graphene is more expensive than lithium ion right now.
yes, perhaps no, it shouldn't be.
It's way more expensive. If honestly, if you want to know what type
No,
of
I'm talking
nano,
about we're talking about we're referring to the material itself, not the
I know
development
that's
of
what I
the
was going to
battery,
say.
right?
So if you
Okay.
wanted a nanocarbon, right, a nanocarbon material that you could get for fractions of the dollar, fractions on the dollar, that would give you safe transference of energy, you would use hemp nanocarbons.
Uh-huh.
Graphene graphene is okay. You can make stupid batteries of graphene, but the shit is like last time I checked, it was like $8,000 to $10,000 for a gram of that shit.
Of graphene?
Yes, for graphene. Yes, graphene is not cheap.
Well, I don't. To answer that question, from what I understand, it's fairly inexpensive. From what I understand, for the
Go
application,
look it up.
listen
Graphene
carefully.
ain't cheap. If it was inexpensive, they'd be making batteries with it right now.
Let me clarify. For the purposes that I would typically use for it, it's, let's just say for about 20 something. Let's just say for maybe 12 ounces, I may be paying about $10 for graphene, which is a lot of graphene. Now, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because one of the idea developments right now is a graphene battery, and the purpose of it is because you get faster charge times.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm looking it up. So what I'm hearing right now.
Listen, I didn't say graphene battery.
No,
I
no,
just
I'm
said
just looking it
graphene.
up. Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Graphene. Right now, they're saying that the specific graphene pricing data is hard to come by, but current estimates
Okay,
peg.
graphene right now for 15 grams, I'm looking at, 200. For 50 grams, is about $203.
I
That's
have
pretty high.
$100 per gram. So I think when I said what I was saying was I meant kilos.
Well,
Okay, but
let me just clarify what I'm looking at so there's no confusion to the audience. I'm referring to graphene powder itself right now.
yeah, and that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, $100 per gram.
But I'm over here looking at it at $50 a gram. This is just a generalized Google search.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying
Okay.
is that you'll see it at various costs, and there's reasons why, right?
I'm sure there's a
Some
refined version. There's
Right. I
a
was going to say
refined
there's all
type that
these
we're talking
different
about.
exactly. There's all these various versions of it. Some of them I see at $70. Some of them I see at 245. Some of them at 790 for 99+% newton meters per 5 grams. High purity industrial grade 90. Right. But then let's do this. Right. If we look up hemp carbon cost. Okay. Yep, nanocarbons. It's a biomass. So we're talking about with hemp biomass, you're talking about $23 per pound. And then from a pound, I think you can render shit. I forgot what it was. But essentially, um, it's like pennies on the dollar to render hemp nanocarbons to make batteries. There's a guy named Professor Robert Murray Smith. I'll drop his channel in the chat here. Okay, he made hemp batteries. Now, Nagone and I, we had been talking about this. Man, this goes back like 3 years ago on the Brain Trust. But Robert Murray Smith was making hemp batteries with nanocarbons from hemp. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
these things were outperforming lithium-ion batteries, and you can get
Okay.
hemp nanocarbons at a fraction of the cost. See, so what I've always pushed for was solid state batteries being made with hemp nanocarbons. That's how we can do a lot of this stuff right here. Because one of the things that we don't have control over uh, is the cost of fuel production for internal combustion engines, right? But with certain types of equipment in your garage, you can make batteries, and if you know what you're doing, you can make them safely.
Well,
So
right. Well, what I do know about what I know the basic concept of a battery, an anode, an electrode, and you're gonna need a neutral. You're gonna need a neutral zone.
hmm
And what happens is that on one side, basically one side of a battery, meaning one tank of a battery, one chamber of a battery, your
hmm
electrons are collected, and on the other side, that's where the electrons are usually recollect on the other side. Meaning, in other words, on a positive terminal, you're gonna have your positive electrons. and then I guess or how it works as they transfer to the negative side of the on
Hmm.
the negative side of the battery. That's what I do know. From what I understand, that concept is it's not that complex. It's just having the proper it's finding an adequate or sufficient storage medium. Keep in
Well,
mind the transition we've been through is lead based batteries.
mhm.
What's the other one? Nickel batteries or
Well,
something like
you
that.
have
So now,
NiCads, nickel cadmiums, you have lead acids, you have all these different type of battery chemistries. No, I think the main thing which you have to consider here, number one, is once again, right, the grade of the battery. Okay, what's the quality of the materials used in the battery build? See, so what
that's
happens here is like,
exactly what I'm saying.
but I know, but what I'm telling you is that there are high grade batteries and there's low grade batteries. Okay, high grade batteries are going to last longer and they're less prone to combustibility. Do you remember, like, if you go back about 5 6 years ago, all those cheap hoverboards that were coming from China that were
Yeah, I
just like
remember.
exploding?
Yeah,
Okay,
with those cheap
they were
lithium
because
batteries.
they had cheap battery chemistries. Okay, so what that means is that over okay, if you the more charge cycles you give it, are the internals degrading, right, at a rapid pace or a slow pace, right? All batteries have like a degradation scale.
Right.
Okay. Even with like your iPhones, for example, and Apple will even cover this because they understand this. Once your battery gets, say, below 80%,
Hmm.
pretty much it's toast. At that point, it's just going to keep just dropping off, right? So you have one or two choices: either charge it more frequently or just replace the shit, right? That's just kind of like the reality of of current chemistry lithium ion batteries. Now, you also have glass battery chemistries that are being developed um, by like say like people like Professor John Goodenough. He's the same guy who developed the batteries for the GM EV1 cars back in the mid late 90s. Okay, they
Okay.
have a they have a they have a glass what is it? It's a carbon glass battery
Uh-huh.
that they're developing a chemistry on. There's a bunch of different battery chemistries, and then let's just even get away from batteries. You have hydrogen.
Hydrogen batteries.
Hydrogen is one of the most abundant elements on Earth, right? So theoretically speaking, we could use a mix and a combination of energy sources, right? That aren't petrol fuel, but this is a transitory thing, right?
Right.
Um, Me personally, I'm in micromobility. I haven't had a single scooter blow up on me because of the battery. I've had other shit happen, but no explosions due to batteries. None. I have a shit ton of batteries. I have chargers. I have a whole bunch of shit in the garage. Nothing.
So let me get this clear. You're referring to that 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 scooter concept project you were working on. This is what we're talking about now.
Well, it's not a working on at this point. It's an actual company. It's a thing. I'm a whole
Okay, cool.
CTO. Yeah.
Dope, dope. The only reason why I'm bringing it up because here's the thing about it is that one of the concerns, consumer concerns is that they want you need batteries that's going to give you the same equivalent. You want EV vehicles that's going to give you the same equivalent of that of a vehicle of a combustible engine. Now, what you're talking about different types of battery chemistries based on the vehicle, that's going to have to happen in the transition phase until there's one particular adequate supply that people can use or what is more viable for manufacturing. You know, like for
Well,
example, you
I
already
don't
know
ever
that
think it'll be one chemistry though. I don't think it will be. I think there's going to be as long as the batteries themselves can be at parity with other battery chemistries per application. I think it's really just going to be a thing where you'll have like hemp battery manufacturers, graphene battery manufacturers, lithium ion, right? All the different types. I think they're just going to kind of do different things.
okay, I see
Yeah.
that. Now to answer your question directly, it's always smarter to go with the with the higher grade battery, which I
Hmm.
think you said was grade. What you said, grade C,
Grade
or
A,
was it grade?
grade A.
But it sounded like when you articulated that grade A was lesser than the grade B.
No, no, grade C. No, I was saying grade A is going to be the battery. Like for
This is the
example,
best
like
battery. Okay.
yeah, that's the one that's going to be the most expensive. And then grade C is basically like the cheapest battery you can
Okay.
buy.
Well,
Okay, I
I'll put
wouldn't
it this way:
suggest it, but you can buy it.
in the beginning, and if you're in the beginning of it, and the overall goal is to get the grade A battery. To have a grade A battery for for a couple of reasons. One, you don't want any possible injuries with your clients, and the second thing is you want efficiency where you're not constantly purchasing batteries over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Now, I will say this here: if you're just starting off, you might want to go with grade B if you're just starting. But keep in mind, your goal is to get that grade A battery as soon as possible in your equipment.
I would say if you got the money, get grade A when you got it.
Exactly.
Maybe
Now,
we might find ourselves in a situation now where supply chain issues, all these other things, right, cause a problem. And what you want to do is you want to secure your supply of the things that you need, right? So for example, if I need batteries, that's a call on WhatsApp. And I know what batteries I'm going to get, right? Because that's secured, right? If I secure grade B batteries, well, then that's the contact that I have, right? Let's just say that your grade A battery contact is basically making their supply available to the people who purchase from them. When you call them, they're going to be like, all right, well, let me see what we got, right? So I would always opt to go with grade A first, and grade B is your backup,
right.
like literally as your backup. Like if your grade A supplier is just like in China, they're just like, oh, our factory shut down, we got flooded, we don't have energy, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. Call your grade, because number one, they'll have the batteries in more abundance, and then number two, you'll get it at a cheaper price,
Hmm.
right? But
Right.
it's great. It's a grade B battery. That's the thing. It's grade B. So you know,
Now here's the concept that I wanted to pitch to you. The thing I see about current EV vehicles that are coming out,
hmm
right? Because they're the new they're the new they're gonna become the new standard, right? How about on the next generation of vehicles, on the next generation of EV vehicles, swap a swappable auxiliary battery?
I got those on the scooters I just sold to a fleet for a customer in Wisconsin.
A swappable auxiliary
Yeah, yeah,
battery.
yeah. So on the scooters, right?
Uh huh.
Let me find it. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see here. Is it over here? Let me see. What's Sorry, man. I got like hella folders. Let me see. Is it in here? Nope. Um. So the latest scooters that I have, right? Um. So when you're doing the rideshare stuff, so like the bird scooters where they're just kind of out in the
Right.
streets and all that, and then people
Hmm.
have to go out, pick them up, take them home, charge them, turn around, and then take them back out in the streets, right? No longer. What you do is you pull out the app, and then the app shows you where all the scooters are, and then it tells you what the charge levels, right, of all of these scooters are. And then from there, what ends up happening is you're just going to go and change the batteries on the scooters that need the batteries changed. The app pops the battery out of the scooter. You're going to take that battery out, plug a new one in, pop it back in, hit a button, and it locks the new battery in.
That's close to what I'm. That's close to what I'm pointing to.
Hmm.
But for example, you have your main onboard batteries, right? Let's say you get
Hmm.
your 300, 400 miles, whatever comes next, right?
Hmm.
But because you may need a extra 100-mile range, right? You have the auxiliary battery and may give you the extra range that you need, and you swap it out when you get to your next location. You see what I'm saying?
Oh well, I mean, if it's
So
for
therefore,
I
you're
was gonna say
using two batteries.
for ride share and stuff, right? For what I do, typically people, because you're charging either per minute, per hour, or something like that, right?
Right.
If we're talking consumer, because no one's gonna pay to have a scooter open for that type of time. They'll rent it, take it to where they need to go, close it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll just get another one, and then when they need to leave and go back to where they go. But for
Right.
what you're talking about, like, let's just say if it was um, owned by like like privately owned,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, absolutely. You want to, if it's your own shit, that's what you want to do. You're trying to maximize range on your vehicle. Totally.
Right.
Yep.
Now, another thing that's coming too that's supposed to help along is to be
Mhm.
able to charge on the highway.
You charge on the highway?
Yeah, where you have the where you have the same thing we got the conductive charging that we got now, the
What?
inductive charging,
Okay. Yeah.
having that on some of your road systems where you may drive, I don't know, let's say 30 minutes. You may drive 30 minutes in a lane that charges your battery. Now, I don't know if
Mhm.
it's supposed to give you a full charge, but give you some sort of charge or assist you with your long range travel. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I've seen people that have built these trailers that you could pull behind,
Put your
right?
batteries inside. Put your
No,
batteries in.
well, what it is, they may have a couple of batteries in them, but typically what they'll do is they'll have a bunch of solar panels
Hmm.
and an inverter, and what that does is it collects the energy and dumps it back into the battery, right?
Hmm.
So what it's kind of doing is just charging the battery on the fly. That's why you have to have an inverter system to
You know what
manage.
has that? What has that concept built into it?
What's that?
The Maybach Off-Road. Have you seen that vehicle?
Wait, the which one?
Mercedes has an EV concept, right?
Hmm.
And it has the built-in chargers in it. It has the built-in solar panels, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's a
Wait, are you talking
Maybach.
about
It's
the
a two. It's like a two-seater Maybach, size of a
Oh,
Maybach, and it has and it's an EV. It's called an off-road EV.
okay.
It's an off-road EV from Mercedes. It is nice looking.
Yeah. No, I mean that's where a lot of this stuff gets where they do the use case for all this type of stuff. Like
And the
that
ch- and the
it's
and the and the panels are built like into the hood,
yeah.
built into the trunk. That
Hmm.
things like that need to come into play now. You see what I'm saying? Those practicalities of
Well,
being
for
able to get some sort of
micromobility,
minor charge while.
well, I was gonna say for micromobility, it's about swappable batteries, right?
Mhm.
I have scooters that you can swap the batteries out of. I have e-bikes you can swap the batteries, right? So with micromobility, it's about you pull up to a place, pop the battery off, put a new one on, out of here, right? Real easy because it's a small battery, can cover a lot of distance, can do a lot of work, right? When we're talking about cars, now it's sort of like, okay, well, how do we stretch this out? Now, truth be told, in all honesty, um, per California mandate, Tesla has to program the controller on the cars to use the energy the way it does so that the cars get something comparable to gas cars. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you can make a Tesla get 500 miles right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can.
You can reprogram the shit, dude. We do it with e-bikes all the time, bro. I have an
Mhm.
e-bike right now that we have programmed to go no faster than 20 point. Well, okay, the motor itself will only crank out at a speed based on the torque vectoring.
Mhm.
Okay, it'll only crank out a speed of 20.5 miles an hour. The reason why is because if you do the calculations, 20.5 miles an hour based on the battery capacity, we can get 60 miles per charge out of that pack. But do you honestly think we can't like gas that motor up,
Well, yeah,
change the
you can.
algorithm on the controller, and
You
say, hey, well,
can.
listen, we want to do 35 miles an hour in this bitch? Okay, easily, right? Very easily. You're not going to get the range though.
Exactly. So you
Right,
want to keep it in a practical at
right,
a
right.
practical
So yeah. So I
governance.
think a lot of what we're seeing with the EV shit right now also is that regulations are capping the mileage capacity on these things. I think they're
They
capable.
are. They are.
Yeah.
Here's what. Here's to support it. The original Tesla. We're talking about before Tesla became what you know it as. We're talking 10 years prior.
Hmm.
The roadster was clocking in at like 210.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the with the they used the Lotus Elise chassis and they made the Tesla
Oh, okay.
Roadster out of that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's that when you look at that thing, they changed the front of the like the grill. They changed the front grill, but when you look at the body profile, it's a Lotus Elise.
Okay.
Yep.
I've only seen a few of them. I've only seen a few of the
Oh,
Teslas.
dude, those things are worth so much money now. If you
I'm
have
sure
one
they are.
now, yep.
I think at the time, what they were almost $200,000 when
I
they
don't even
first
think they
came
were
out.
that much, to be honest with you.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, I don't think they were that much. They were probably maybe close to like maybe 80, 90.
wow. I thought they were. I
It
thought they
was
were worth more than
it
that.
was just
I
a
thought.
Lotus Elise with an electric motor.
Yeah, but that's not the reason why. In other words, sometimes you want to build capital, so you try you. The ones that people get, the first generation of people may get something is like the collectible, the rare ones.
Hmm.
And from what I understand, they were going at like $200,
Well,
200,000.
they let me look it up real quick because I remember that. I mean, because I would say right now, like even like that Tesla 2020 Roadster, okay, that is actually
We're not
clipping.
talking 2020. We're talking like maybe 2010, 2008, 2009.
Yeah,
That time frame.
yeah, I know,
Okay.
but I'm saying at that time, let's see here, oh, price. Yeah, it was like 98,000.
Okay, I take that
Yeah, I
back
didn't
then.
think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like pretty much like okay, if you were to go and get a Tesla Model S P90,
Mm-hmm.
right, the one that you can run the plaid setting where you just basically smoke the shit out of anybody on the street, right? That Model S is the same price, right around the same price, probably more actually. I think it's about like 100 something. Let's see if we put Tesla Model S P90, right? You did that one. Oh shit! Let me put price. Same thing, literally 89.90 to 149. See, so their flagship EV has always been a price point of at about 90K. The
And
first
and
Tesla,
this is for the earlier for the I guess the later
if you
models.
would have bought that one at the time, yeah, you would have paid about 90K. Yes,
Okay. Okay.
right. And then if you go and get a Tesla Model S right now, it's gonna start, and this is without rebates, right? Without anything, 89.90 to 150K. And then after they take off state and whatever incentives or rebates and all that, you could probably most people in California, let's say they get the base model Tesla Model S at 89. After they apply all of the rebates and all that and the tax reductions and all that, you get it down to probably like about 55, 60.
That sounds about right.
Right. So your average person in California, if you can afford like a $60,000 car, then you can buy a Tesla at 90K because they're gonna take about 30K in rebates and shit out of it.
Well, so you know what that tells you? That tells you the actual price of the vehicle
Hmm.
in coming times. Keep in mind what you're looking at. That's the subsidized price. That's being subsidized,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That's
And
part
we
of the. That's part
and
of
really
the.
and really and really what that is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say that's part of the. That's part of the criticism that Tesla gets actually.
And that's really the government encouraging people to purchase the
Yep.
vehicles. So
Yeah.
even though you're looking at that price, it's not going to be the future price of those vehicles.
I mean, it. You know what? As we
Think
move,
about it. Think
no,
about the
as you
complex.
move into it, as you move more and more into it, um, no, you would be right about that because the price of electricity is going to go up. Right. In
Hmm.
California, what they're trying to do is increase the grid's capacity because we have a lot of issues with our electrical grid out here.
Hmm.
And they committed. So Ford is going to start building their Mach E's here in California. They're going to hire like 6,000 people. Right. They're going to start ramping up a lot of this EV stuff. Okay, in
Hmm.
California. And so we already have grid problems though. Right. So they're going to do grid infrastructures to the tune of being able to increase the grid capacity in California by, I forgot, uh, it was like by 1.7 milliwatt or something like that. It was like something crazy, it's some crazy amount of wattage, right? How's that going to get paid for?
Well, some of the things is too. Now I know down where I'm at in Florida, there was even some legislation about this recently. Solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Right. You really at this point the goal is to get as much is to also get participation from the consumer. In other words, instead of you having that $300 light bill, by you having these panels, you might reduce it by 25%.
You
You
could,
see what I'm saying?
honestly, you could,
I'm sure
if
it'd
you
be a
do
lot
it right. I was
less.
going to say,
It'll
if you
probably
do
fall
it
a lot
right, you could
lower.
reduce by a lot more. Yep.
I know, but I'm just throwing out ideal numbers, safe numbers for me, safe
Mm-hmm.
numbers. Yeah, you're gonna run. That's like I said, dude. We're living in a time of transition. So I mean, if you got the money, get into it. But eventually, just like anything else, eventually everybody else is gonna be doing it, and the prices are gonna fall down, and the open market is gonna slowly start to close itself. I mean, there's open access to it. Like there are people who actually who do I guess these reverse hacks. I don't want to call them reverse engineering. Well, yeah, reverse engineering of the Tesla vehicles. And some of the things like some people complain about have pointed out that some of these vehicles have had multiple motor swaps. You know. Now another thing I do know is that some of the actual manufacturing price on some of these motors are a lot lower than what they're being sold to you for. I
Wait, say
mean,
that again. Wait, repeat that.
a lot of these motors like the Tesla motors that there's like in other words, the manufacturing cost is around about $600.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, for them to produce one is about 600, but they're going to charge you. They charge you up to what upward up to $8,000 for a replacement motor.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, dude, have you? Oh my god, don't get me started on
I'm
that. Like,
talking about
I've seen the
Tesla. I'm talking
price of
about
the
Tesla.
replace. No, no, I'm saying I've seen the price of replacement batteries for Teslas. Right? I
About
mean, we're
almost twenty
talking
thousand
twenty
dollars.
five thousand dollars. Okay,
Have you ever checked out Rich? Rich, I don't want to
Rich
promote.
rebuilds. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
had
like that
he had
guy.
to stop hacking on them. Well, that was what I was going to say. That's the reason why he had to stop by a court injunction. He had to stop doing content on Teslas because what he was doing was he was hacking them
Hmm.
and he was revealing without him. I don't know if it was with his
There
knowledge or
isn't
without.
much to a damn Tesla.
Huh?
That there isn't much to them.
No, 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 no. What he
Your
was
remote
doing? No,
control
no,
car
no.
is just as
No, no, it's
sophisticated.
no. I'll tell you right now, it's an
But
electric vehicle. There's not much to an electric vehicle. It's a motor
that's what I'm
control and a
talking. That's what I'm
battery.
saying. It's not that
I
complicated.
know. No, the problem what he was doing was it was the code and the software side of things. That
Really,
is the problem. Okay.
dude, I did
And
not know that. I didn't know that it was that in depth with him. I thought it was
that's
because
why
he was
Rich doesn't decast. That's why he can't do this shit no more.
I thought it was because he was pushing for well, I know he was pushing for open access, like in other words,
Yes.
in other words, if I want to take my vehicle that I own now, I shouldn't have to take it to you. I should be able to take it to someone else,
Yes.
to
And
another
so what
mechanic.
happened was in Defiance, dude, when he started hacking the shit, r- go back about 4 or 5 years ago on his channel,
I watched some
right?
of the videos.
Yeah, I'm saying. And then that's when they were
He was showing
literally
he was
doing
basically
court
telling you
injunctions
he was
on
telling you
him
how to tweak
saying,
the damn vehicle, how to tweak them.
yes, yeah, they were literally filing court injunctions saying, Rich, you cannot do this. So his last hurrah against Tesla was taking a Model S and sticking a fucking V8 in it. He put a
In other
gas motor
words,
in it and threw the middle
in
finger
other
up at
words,
Tesla.
I do what I want.
Yeah,
I could do
in
that.
so many ways.
I could do
Yeah,
this.
because he was like, you know what, screw you. You know what you can't tell me to do is not put a gas motor in your car. Right. So his last hurrah with Tesla was doing that.
But you
But
know what?
no,
It took a brother to come out and actually unintentionally expose how
no, I wouldn't
simple,
say unintentionally,
how
man. Rich was pretty
how
out there back in the day,
simple,
dude.
how simple a Tesla design is.
Well, I'm saying no. I'm saying that's
Oh,
the whole. That's my whole point. Rich was
oh,
on YouTube exposing the Tesla shit, and they were like, ah, 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 ah.
Come on, man. I mean, anybody. Just think about it. This is where I do feel you on the push. There needs to be open. There gotta be a way to have open vehicles. Where, in other words, I could buy like certified, government certified, parts, right?
I'll show you.
And I can create my own combination of a vehicle based on what my requirements or my expenditure or what I'm willing to expect.
I'll show you. This was the basis of the first EV project that I did. Dude, this is what got me into all this. So I'm going to show you something. Because there is something, man. And, oh, wait. That wasn't it. Hold on. Because we had been covering this for some time now, man. And people can still have access to this stuff, man. They really should get this and take a look at it. Let's see here. Now, I sincerely hope they still have this available. But if you guys can see this here, okay, Open Motors meaning this is an open source EV platform. Now, I started working with them. This is how I got into.
I downloaded the CAD drawings to the concept.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I mean. Open Motors is available. They have the blueprints to take the 3D blueprints, right? Have it fabbed up. You get the components. Boom. Right? They put the stuff out there. So this is one of the platforms. There's another one that's out there. I'm trying to remember. There's the HyperSwap battery swap technology. There's all these various things, man. This stuff is out here. You can make it a multitude of things. And I
build me a electric sports car.
Say that again.
So I might have to look at that and see about building an electric sports car.
Yeah, look into this, man, because what you do is you're going to use the basis of this and then create from that, right? There's so many ways to go about doing this stuff because EVs are so simple. Like I said, there's only basically 3 components that you're dealing with. It's a motor, a controller, and a battery. Everything else is literally left up to your imagination here,
Pretty much.
But Locas, let's do this, man. I'm coming up on 2 hours, man. I need to go handle some stuff here. Do you have any last words here? I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down here, man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me on, bro. I hope you'll let me back on in the future.
Come on, man, for sure, man. You're day one, dude. It's been a minute, actually, bro. I ain't seen you around, dude. Good to hear from you,
I'm always around. Sometimes just listening in the background, bro.
Okay.
All right, Doc. Take it easy.
All right, bro. Yeah, hey, man, come through anytime, bro.
Will do. Later.
All right, Locas. See you, man.
Peace.
All right, peace. All right, you guys. So, I want to shout out Lowcast for coming through, and then I had Jamal Cater Auto come through. For sure, we're gonna do the lap battle this weekend. Please make sure you guys sub to Cater Auto. His channel is right there in the chat. Also, go check out Lowcast, man. Lowcast is a dude who's been around for quite some time, and it was good to really kind of have him come through and chop it up, man. I ain't talked to him in a good minute. So, Lowcast, peace to you, brother. I'm glad you came through, man. Come back through another time. Appreciate you guys for coming through. I see Dom McKee came through. You said awesome show. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for checking us out. Perfect timing. What's going on, bro? Welcome. All right. So make sure you guys hit like. If you liked it, share it. With your car junkies and dudes that be into this type of stuff. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.